Hey guys, it is your health and wellness coach Marisha here of MBody Fitness checking in. And it is the first day post. No, well, it's the second day. April 1st of me checking in after completing eating all of the grapes in the world. Oh man, hello, hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking in. If you stay around for a few minutes, even if you just stay around for a few seconds, that's cool with me. Um, Cars and the clothes and the jewelry. None of y'all mucks fool with me. Okay. Seriously, it has been a journey, and I did a first part recap. Yawn is saying say hello to her, so I hope y'all said hello. If you're new to the channel, Yawn is my co-host, which is why I always like have a space somewhere in my video for someone, is because it's Yawn. Because she just likes to sporadically just interrupt me. Oh man. I want to say this. Again, it's been a journey. I'm happy to be off of the grape journey. I will say that. I love grapes, but I'm not infatuated with them like that. So, if that's you, cool. Whew. I'm gonna keep yawning. Um, I feel my body is not overworked, but because I haven't been eating and combinations of food, that now my body is getting used to it. So now it's like it's exerting. This is a workout, and I'm tired from it. I'm energized from eating the food that I've eaten, but our bodies are machines, and it's just revving back up to getting used to this. All right, so the first recap video, I didn't do any notes, but I like my handy dandy paper so I can stay a little bit on track and try to keep this video short for someone who is watching for maybe inspo and motivation or to help them stay disciplined. Um, During my juice challenge, I had a challenge with a person. This is not a family member, somebody outside. And I came across this person again during me eating my grapes, during this journey. And I had another, and this time I did not let it slide. I didn't let it slide the first time. I spoke up on it. And this second time, I went Brooklyn on this person. And called them out. But anywho, the point of it was, the reality was that there are people out here with serious trauma. Because, see, I think everybody who looks the part is the part. And that's a way of thinking that we have to stop thinking all the time, because somebody could look homeless and be the richest person, and somebody who looks rich could be the homeless person. And just quick disclaimer, if you see me looking here, I'm looking at myself, okay? I've said that before, like looking at myself to make sure everything is cool. All right, anywho. But yeah, people walk around with serious trauma and then they look sane. This individual is definitely one of those people who is insane, and maybe he's got a team or something that's his spirit team is helping him heavy, because I don't know how he's sticking around in this space. But it's also taught me There's some people who have these type of wounds, don't want to heal. They want to be heavy all the time. They want the gray cloud over them all the time. And I have to learn to respond differently. And that is where I still have a lot of work to work on, because I'm not from the South, but I be nut if you buck, boy. Not a fighter either. I'm definitely not a fighter. Um, but it, like many of us, you have that um, defense mechanism in you where you have the fight or flight, and you could bust ass if you have to. If it comes to, if you get cornered, that's that type of energy I have. Like, I don't promote it, but by any means necessary. Like the great Malcolm X ancestor elder mentioned when he was on this realm side. The grape juicing helped me get through this. Because if I just ate grapes by itself, I know my mouth would have been like, what? Give me different textures. So juicing and eating it helped. Mixing the grape juice with lemon, ginger, or coconut water was my preference, and all three were saving grace. Sometimes I think maybe one time I had grape juice straight, but that's not my forte. It tastes good, but again, this is how I help myself get through this. Um, Juicing is easier than eating grapes daily. Juicing is easier than eating grapes daily. I was like, this is torture. But again, that was the emotion, parasitic thoughts, subconscious, the I don't, the resentment, the back talk trying to come forth, which at the same time is not a negative when you're cleansing, because you're purging. So if you make space for these things, it's gonna come up, right? Like with the person I was dealing with, like these things will come up because you're making space for it to come out. So you gotta face it, and that is the realization I have to remember. And I have to also remember when I'm cleansing again to respond differently. Yeah. Anywho, I released a lot of weight. I don't know if you could see it in this video. I took some pictures of how I look. I was, as of yesterday, 143 pounds. I don't ever remember being this small, like ever, 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 ever. And if I was, I probably thought I was big then, but I don't remember being this small. Not even when I was running track or heavy with the dancing and running track in my high school days. Yeah, nah. Anywho, the object of I did measure myself to my chest, waist, all of that. And I did take pictures, but just for my own record being, not posting that. But I'm not staying here. I'm certain I probably put like 5 pounds on from yesterday to today. Had to, because, well, in my head I did, because my appetite in my head is crazy. But in my stomach and my intestines, it was like, yeah, pump your brakes, you wildin', you wildin'. I'm also grateful that even though I released all this weight, I was able to tackle and be ahead with preventing the best way I know. So it doesn't stop here, but at least it helps me get another 10 steps, 20 steps ahead. And that's the object of helping yourself heal, and staying in that space, is you keep, like Sankofa, you look back to see where you are. See where you are. Sorry, I'm pitching. This is clove water. Just cloves that I let sit and marinate in water. That was another thing that helped during this journey. But yeah, like Sankofa, you look back, it's an African term, you look back at stuff to see where you are. Not to go back, but to look back and observe. Look back, observe, and take note, see where you need to work on, what you need to work on, and then you keep moving forward. People, again, life is so simple, and people, we make it hard. Now, I have been a part of that circle, so I know, but we got to chill with that. Remove yourself from that. I binge watched people eat, the healthy and unhealthy foods, because the live raw foods to me was looking scrumptious as well. Like I told you guys before, I ordered and I did some recipes, well, some more so sauces from these books, and because I wanted to I'm freestyling for April with the live and raw. I want to do my own thing. But having hints of everybody in there is cool too. So changing up how I want to flow is fine. There's no right or wrong. If I tell you today purple, then tomorrow I want to go with blue, I'm okay with coming back after 30 days telling you, y'all know I told y'all I was going to do purple, but I switched up and did blue sometime. Like, some people feel like they have to stay obligated to a particular way. Like, you could tackle it differently. So I binge watched people do the healthy and unhealthy, more so the unhealthy. And there's a lot of people who are younger than me or my age in there. I am almost, 40. It's 40 coming in February. Just turned 39. But people in their 20s looking older than me because of what they're doing. Not taking no breaks. If that's your lifestyle, you want to sit in the car and, what is this thing they call? Monk? Whatever. They eat, oh man, I'm looking at a notification on my phone, excuse me. I forget what the term is called. But there's some people who take advantage of these things and they do it in a great way. And then there's some who just take advantage and demonize it. And I'm talking about the demonizers because you could eat and parlay on a screen, obviously, and share stuff and inspire people, whether it be unhealthy or healthy, right? But speaking from a preventative term, preventative space, these people not taking no breaks, and you can tell by their face, their skin, their eyes. And I know that everybody is not going to be on the same side. That is another lesson that I have to keep repeating. People get upset when they share information and everybody doesn't take to it. I don't do that. Not to that extent, right, where it kills me, like it's killing me off. No. Because there's light and there's dark, there's good, there's bad. So it's going to be the same thing in the field of however you eat. But it's a lot of it. It's a lot of people who are going to be having a lot of issues in their 60s, probably in their 30s, or probably now. They probably got it. They don't even say anything. They're not checking. See, the way they check for these new food trends is the same way they should be checking their health if they're going to be doing that. I think I've seen like one person, and I'm not even going to say he is healthy because somebody could look a certain way and they still be like the sickest. But he incorporates showing videos of him eating like fruits and going to these markets and doing the juicing type thing sometimes. So he'll mix that in. So, yeah. Anywho, to each their own. And let me tell you about this. I was jealous. I will say this. I was jealous watching these people eat because I'm like, how they get to eat these things and Ain't nothing happening. I'm like, why me? Why I had to be picked to do X, Y, and Z? But then I remember from learning that I don't know the karma that brought any of us to where we are at the point we are in our lives. So yeah, just gotta let that go, because whatever maybe had happened, what that person did, whatever had happened in my previous existence, brought me here, brought me back here, right? So it's okay. I was in the moment. I was in the moment. Moving at a slower pace and being in the moment, even when I allowed people to trigger me, I allowed it. I was sometimes I was slow with responding. So going back to the first point with that person who triggered me, if the old me had responded, I would have been in his face, and I definitely would have been talking more with my hands, New York style. What's good, right? But I literally stepped back. I can see it now. I literally stepped back, evaluated, and I feel like maybe myself checked myself. It was like, yo, you better chill. And I just stepped back up and I was like, X, Y, and Z. But I stepped back, so that's points for me. I told you, progress looks different for everybody. Progress doesn't have to be from 0 to 100. It could be 0 to 50 first. So, and other people who triggered me as well, even though I was snap, crackle, and pop, I find that I was still slower to it. Even apologize more. Acknowledged it right after. I keep seeing people post. This was one thing I have to learn not to let bother me. Looking at the time on the screen. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this under 30 minutes. People talking about finding grapes, and I'm just like, what rock do you live under? For real. If you're this person, what rock do you live under? I'm gonna tell you the places I found them. The international Asian markets, international markets, ShopRite, Walmart, that's what I'm gonna name off top. These are popular stores, right? They did. $2.99. $2.99 a pound. $2.99 a pound. The whole time I was on this grape cleanse, $2.99 a pound. And then people get caught up, oh, was it organic? It was seeded. What? It was seeded. It was seeded. So having seeds should answer that question. To see a label that says organic seedless is when I would question stuff. But you questioning me for something with seeds in it is organic. And then people get caught up with that word because y'all gotta think organic still getting sprayed with the same stuff, right? And then they'll label it and tell you this, but it don't even be that. It be the same thing. They just put the sticker on it. They just put that label on it because they're gonna be like, oh, she gonna buy it. He gonna buy it. Here is how I know people play. I worked with one of those companies that deliver food for you. Like you shop for them, you shop for people, and then they deliver it. And I remember it was one company. This is when it first, before it got big the way it is now with multiple companies. And I was in the store with some folk. We couldn't find organic something. Do you know they picked up some non-organic stuff, put it in the cart. The person's order said organic. They didn't know. And that's the same thing that applies with everything else that's out on this floor meaning the world, that they present to us. They'll say one thing and then it's another. So I didn't get caught up in the label. I saw red seeded, $2.99 a pound. Produce manager, could I get a box of these, please? Or I was taking a whole shelf, coming in early, swiping. Swiper, yes, swiping. Yes, so you move at your own beat, or if you feel like the grape thing won't be a thing, whatever it is that you're looking for that's organic and seeded, go and do that. But me, I don't get caught up with the words because they spray the stuff and then they put the sticker here and it don't be that and it be the same circle of things and it tastes the same. Because if I peel the sticker off, you wouldn't be able to taste the difference. Not maybe 8 out of 10 times. 8 out of 10 times, you wouldn't. 8 out of 10. And it also depends on your palate. And then if you eat Takis and drink soda and smoke and you drink alcohol and you do all other crazy stuff, but you're worried about something having a label of being organic or not, please really move away. Move away from my ashy hands. That's washing ashy hands. Let me put some shea on. Any of y'all know what shea butter is? Who knows what that is? Okay, I'm gonna stay on track while I oil up these hands. That sounds extra. It ain't even that bad. While on this cleanse, all the other fruit was looking super scrumptious and delicious. And here we go, finding prices and deals of things that I was when I was eating it. They ain't have it out there, but they have it while I'm on my grape cleanse. And I was just like, you better be around like this when I come circle the block for this fruit. Okay, so that we good. Yeah, okay. Thank you for calling me out. When I reintroduced myself to food, I had a lot of ideas, but I flipped it a bit. I just said I was going to do A, and then the A didn't look like full A, looked like a little A and some B. I was between, and I'm still this person, and it's like a thrill, but it's something that I've gotten better with, between being procrastinating and getting it done. So like I'll have just like how I have this stuff written out, being intentional with that. Then there's other stuff I'm like, I'm gonna wait. Then I'm gonna. It's like not necessarily last minute, but it's last minute to me. So like last minute to me looks like, it could be the day before too. Yeah, depending on the depth of whatever it is how long I will wait. To give myself some time. Getting it done, to me, people be like, Darren, you got like 30 days to get this done. Why are you doing this now? Because if I don't, I don't know. But then sometimes, depending on the creation or whatever it is, I like to wait because as an artist, you can't rush, you can't force. If you do, it's not going to come out nicely. Yeah, so I'm an artist in all forms. Yeah, in health and wealth too. And creations, like nighttime, I'm an owl. I definitely like to go to sleep at a reasonable time, but then sometimes I'll be up at the crack of night and it'd be like 2, 3 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, but that's sporadically. It's not all the time. Will I ever do this again to this extent? Not 30 days. No. And maybe mix it up with another astringent fruit. So like I'll do a day on of this, then a day on of that, mixing it between two fruits if I had to. Um, at this moment, even saying 5 days is like a stretch. Whew. I'm gonna get to something in a minute. Key limes, they saved my life. Dang, come on, Tom. They saved my life and they saved the taste of our grapes taste because without it, I was so like, I don't want this. No. The key limes, if it's not a citrus fruit, squeeze your key lime on it. So don't go squeezing key lime on pineapple. It's already like the acidic fruit. Grapes, cantaloupe, watermelon, apples. Promise you, be some lemon, whatever you want to do. Post-it notes and remembering my why and posting to be accountable helped me accountable. Because I wanted to pack it up a few times. Did you hear that? And this is coming from somebody who was juiced 60 days, like I said. And that's also because the juicing was easier to me. Again, everything I already mentioned was the reason why I wanted to back it up. But it was a lesson in that. So the lesson with that was not only because I'm not embarrassed to stop something. If I tell the world, whatever, I don't care. But it was deeper than that to me. It was, you come to a point where you want other stuff in your life, but you're not even completing anything to get there. So here it is again. You want to get to a certain point, but you're not even finishing the grape cleanse. So how am I going to entrust these other things in the space with you if you're not even completing that? Like the art of completion, I forgot what this lady said. Not verbatim, but basically showing the Most High the art of completion shows that you can be trusted. But if you can't even complete one thing, then you come ask God for another thing. That's just like saying, "Oh, can I have some more?" I'm gonna say food before you even finish or even see if you are full with what is already on your plate. You asking for more. You can't even understand or digest and enjoy what's right on your plate right now. What are you doing? Anywho, and also that's another note that throughout this whole journey, the food is still here. Everything y'all was eating 30 days ago is still here. Vegan or not, whole food, bad food, good food, water, tea, whatever. Everything is still here. I ain't missed nothing. It's just, mindset is just 30 days. 365 days. Which one you want, 30 or 365? I think I'll take 30 anytime. I was still in my Aquarius head and doing all that what if futuristic stuff. I've gotten much better with getting quiet up here. So, I'm just like, okay, let me do this. Or what if this look like this? I want to be creative and just being 2 steps ahead and this shh, shh, shh. That's what I kept doing. Shh. Gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet. Quiet. Which, let me see, what did I say here? Which ties into me being present even more. That includes with chewing and tasting my food to the last of it in my mouth. Because, see, I was being so ahead that I wasn't even in the moment. Practice being in the moment. These things, food lessons will help you, whatever dimension, let me just say this, whatever dimension you're working on will help you in other dimensions. Because the food thing, the chewing thing, helped me realize again that I was not being in the moment as Spirit was trying to show me for eons, right, to practice. So tasting and chewing my food being in that moment, which also resorts to me speaking on why my throat was hurting. Yesterday I was eating and I was trying to chew, and I was just like, which is why I said, oh, wait with the water, right? I gargle and swish the water in my mouth before I drink it. But the swallowing can irritate me. But that's also from not chewing the food, simply chewing. So today's experience was different with chewing because I was actually chewing and I was in the moment. Yesterday I was so excited going live, and then doing videos and eating outside. I was just so tapped into everything else. Like I looked at the food, I made it, I gave thanks to it, I touched it, we interacted energy. But I know most of the time I wasn't really chewing, or at least toward the end of it. So I put it in my mouth and my throat was hurting. Today, total different experience. My realization, I'm gonna end it right here, is oh wait, one more thing. So I showed y'all the clove water. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know about this movement jar that I started in March. So I'm gonna keep adding to it. So they have different things here for your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. So there's certain activities that are actually physical. You gotta work your upper body. Then there's other activities where you have to work your mental. Read for like 20 or 30 minutes. Then there's reflection, and then praying and bathing and all. So I keep adding to the jar. So this is what it is. It looks like right now. Mason jar, some Post-its I ripped up, put some stuff on it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me show you one. So boom. It says power walk, 30 minutes, 30M, right? Yeah, so simple stuff like that. Just a mason jar, some Post-its inside. But anywho, the realization is that I know and learn is that people want to die with disease and want pity and don't want to go to alternative, which is actually the original. The world loves switching up stuff. The alternative is the over-counter medicine. The original is of nature, reverting back to the land, doing what the animals do. When they want to heal, they go into isolation. You don't see them. They're not up and eating. They're not eating no chicken noodle soup. They're not taking no Dayquil, no NyQuil, no vapor rub. They revert back to nature and they be quiet. Maybe they'll have some of the herbs and stuff around them. They're not eating. They're not doing anything. And then the village that they're around, it helps take care of them as well. But yeah, people want to die with disease. They want to die and want pity and don't want to go the alternative route or even try it. And I've realized this with people who are my kinfolk and family way or friendship way or whatever type of ship. If your help doesn't look like pity or believing what they have, like, oh my God, then it's defense dismissive mode. Like, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear you say, oh girl, well, start doing this. And no, okay, you went to the doctor, but what are you doing at home? Oh, well, no, I can't do any of that. They just start being argumentative and like defensive. So peace be with them. And again, that's a realization that everybody is not going to go the same route, whether we have the same bloodline or not. And I'm becoming more okay with that every day. And it's not a happy party, but I'm not having no pity party for that. I'm not. And the more I learn, the more literal I become. And the tolerance level is like this. So I meet people where they are, right? Definitely respect that. But I'm not going to meet people at their excuses. Because if you come to me and you say you are ill, you this and that, what do you want me to do? I'm a resolutionary. I'm gonna come and give you some alternatives, some options. And then yeah, because I guess talking and venting, sometimes people just want to talk. And that's cool. But me particularly, people know, hey girl, I know you health queen, you do this, you do that, and you do this, and I mean I still got a journey, whoever. But you coming to me, I'm gonna just let you talk. And again, it's gonna start. I'm gonna not start. Fees will apply. Fees are applying now. Like to talk, unless I voluntarily want to give that information or spirit tells me to talk to you about it. I am not dealing with it. I want to end on this note, and that is do your research. Um, you are your own doctor first because you know yourself the best. Outside of being a child, and apply. Read, try things out. Don't get caught up in titles. And again, this journey is not for someone who sees themselves, oh, I just need to do a cleanse and I'm gonna go, they're gonna go revert back to that. No. It's like red pill, blue pill. Once you take this, you cannot. You're gonna mess up your whole body doing that. So elevation happens after every level of cleanse. You have to realize that as well. Trying to revert back to something, or you're just trying to cleanse for a trip, you're trying to cleanse for your birthday. No, just cleanse for life. Do it. You're not missing out on nothing. Okay? Peace be with you. And I will talk to you soon. Peace.